Check out this map. Spot anything different among the Schengen zone countries? That's right, Romania has officially joined the club. The country is gearing up to officially join the Schengen zone in January 2025, a historic leap that's already underway. No more delays, no more red tape. This is a total game changer. So what exactly does this big step mean for a country like Romania? For Romania, joining the Schengen area means smoother travel, faster trade, and a major economic boost. Imagine a world where business deals are faster, custom checks are a thing of the past, and border control lines disappear. That's exactly what Romania is stepping into now. The Schengen Agreement, born in 1985, is one of Europe's most remarkable achievements. Starting with just 5 countries, it has grown into the world's largest free travel zone. But where did it all begin? In a charming village called Schengen, perched on the borders of Luxembourg, Germany, and France, the historic agreement was signed. The real question here is, why does being in the Schengen zone even matter? Well, you see, member countries skip border checks among themselves, except in rare situations when security is at stake. Meanwhile, they maintain strict, unified controls at their external borders to ensure safety. At the heart of it all is the Schengen Borders Code, a rulebook that keeps travel free and borders secure. However, while the Schengen area has been a symbol of European unity and economic growth, not all EU members have experienced the same path to membership. For Romania, joining the Schengen area was always a matter of time, but the journey has not been easy. The country's European ambitions were set into motion with its ascension to the European Union in 2007, marking a significant moment in its integration into the broader European community. But even as Romania joined the EU alongside Bulgaria, the path to Schengen was not going to be a fast track. In 2011, Romania made its first formal move towards Schengen membership, submitting its application and showing its commitment to joining the club of nations enjoying free movement. By 2012, the country seemed poised to join, with the European Commission offering a glowing assessment of Romania's readiness, particularly in border management and security. The report acknowledged Romania's progress in implementing Schengen-related reforms, giving the country a green light for membership. At this point, Romania was looking forward to reaping the economic benefits of Schengen, but things quickly took an unexpected turn. Despite this positive evaluation, in 2013, Romania's hopes were dashed as some Schengen member states raised concerns about corruption and the rule of law. This unexpected delay came with its own economic consequences. Although Romania had met the technical criteria, its economic recovery from the 2008 global financial crisis was still fragile, and the delay in Schengen ascension meant that Romania continued to miss out on the potential economic benefits of fully integrated borders. At the time, some reports estimated that Romania was losing up to $2.43 billion annually due to the delays at the border crossings and the lack of Schengen membership. In the same year, Romania also faced significant losses in the transport sector due to the inefficiencies at borders. Waiting times at border crossings like those with Hungary were among the longest in Europe, causing a bottleneck in the transport of goods. These delays meant additional costs, particularly in logistics and trade, which also had broader economic implications. In 2013, these inefficiencies were estimated to cost Romania's economy about $1.57 billion annually in additional transport costs. By 2014, Romania faced growing debates over governance, corruption, and transparency. These issues influenced Romania's Schengen ascension, delaying its integration. Ultimately, though, the delay had a significant impact on Romania's trade relations and economic efficiency, particularly in cross-border commerce. According to the World Bank, Romania's logistical performance was constrained by inefficiencies in border management. Studies also showed that for Romania, joining the Schengen area could increase trade by up to 20%, particularly in cross-border sectors. Of course, even with these estimations, Romania would not be permitted to gain its Schengen membership, even by 2018. By this year, Romania had been growing at an impressive rate of over 4% annually in GDP, one of the highest in the EU. However, economists estimated that Romania could further increase its GDP by 0.5% to 1% per year with full Schengen membership, particularly by boosting trade and foreign direct investment. According to Eurostat, FDI in Romania grew by 9.5% in 2018, signaling optimism, though not fully capitalizing on Schengen's promised benefits. Now, just when it seemed like Romania was on the verge of breaking free from these border bottlenecks, it hit another wall. In 2019, despite Romania's technical readiness, the odds of it joining the Schengen zone were slim. Opposition from member states such as the Netherlands and Austria delayed its accession, leading to continued economic strains. The continuing uncertainty meant Romania still faced cumbersome border controls. The OECD estimated that border delays cost Romania an additional $3.6 billion in annual lost trade opportunities, as cross-border transport times were prolonged. Romania's strategic location as a transport hub in Eastern Europe made the border delays more economically significant. By 2019, Romania's trade with the EU accounted for about 70% of its total trade, and further delay in Schengen integration was directly hindering the growth potential of its logistics and transport sectors. The country's hopes of joining Schengen were dashed again in 2022 when Austria and the Netherlands opposed its accession. This setback delayed Romania's full integration into the EU's single borderless space, prolonging the economic efficiencies related to border checks. The EU's Economic and Social Committee cited that Romania lost approximately $5.2 billion in potential trade revenue between 2017 and 2022 due to continued border controls, which added logistical and financial burdens on businesses. In 2023, Romania's prospects for Schengen membership were revived, with financial support from the EU for border management. The EU allocated $11 million to Romania and $47 million to Bulgaria for improving border controls. With EU funding, Romania is set to modernize its border infrastructure, improving security while making cross-border trade more efficient. By this point, Romania's tourism sector, another area impacted by the delay in Schengen membership, is expected to grow by 8% to 12% annually after integration, as seamless travel would attract more tourists to Romania, especially from neighboring Schengen countries. As Romania faced continued setbacks, it seemed like the finish line was always just out of reach. But soon, Romania's persistence, combined with strategic EU support, was about to pay off. After years of waiting, negotiating, and overcoming obstacles, Romania, along with Bulgaria, finally crossed the finish line into Europe's coveted ID check-free zone, the Schengen area. In the year 2024, EU ministers made history by agreeing to lift land border controls between Bulgaria, Romania, and the rest of Europe starting 2025. Bulgaria and Romania had already been granted access to the Schengen area in March of 2024, allowing smooth travel by air and sea. But the real hurdle was land borders. For years, Austria and other nations voiced concerns over migration control and keeping border checks in place. This problem can only be reflected in the increased numbers of migrants entering Romania by the year 2022. But soon after, that chapter came to an end. On January 1st, 2025, land border checks would be a thing of the past. You see, one of the strongest arguments in favor of Romania and Bulgaria's full accession to the Schengen area is the absence of both technical and political barriers that once delayed their membership. For years, some EU member states raised concerns, notably around illegal migration along the Western Balkans route. However, this issue has seen dramatic improvement. According to Frontex, illegal migration through this route has decreased by a staggering 75% in the first 7 months of 2024 compared to the same period in 2023. This sharp reduction in illegal crossings directly addresses one of the key objections previously raised by countries like Austria and the Netherlands. With this concern largely alleviated, Romania and Bulgaria's inclusion in the Schengen area is not just an economic win, but also a reflection of their improved border security and commitment to EU standards. In 2024, the Hungarian presidency could not contain its excitement, calling the decision a great victory for Bulgaria, Romania, and all of Europe. Romanian Prime Minister Marcel Ciolacu couldn't agree more, calling the move a major benefit for his country's economy. It's not just about borderless travel. It's about faster journeys for the millions of Romanians living and working across Europe. Romanian President Klaus Iohannis called the decision a natural and necessary step, highlighting that it will significantly reduce border wait times, cut logistical costs for businesses, and attract much-needed foreign investments. Plus, while the benefits are clear, Iohannis reassured the public that Romania would continue to act responsibly to protect and strengthen the EU's external borders to manage illegal migration effectively. For context, the Schengen area, established in 1985, was made up of 23 of the 27 EU member countries, plus Switzerland, Norway, Iceland, and Liechtenstein. With Bulgaria and Romania's partial admission, the area is now expanding to include them. Every day, about 3.5 million people cross an internal border within this vast zone. Economists from the Bulgarian Academy of Sciences are already estimating a positive financial impact of around $840 million annually for Bulgaria alone. As Romania and Bulgaria celebrated their hard-earned victory, there were still challenges ahead. While the promise of borderless travel was finally within their reach, the road ahead still had a few twists and turns, particularly when it came to land borders. When Romania and Bulgaria officially joined the Schengen area, the economic impact is predicted to be significant, but there's still a bit of fine print. While air and sea travelers from other Schengen countries will benefit from easier access, no passport checks required, land borders will remain a bit more complicated. From a business perspective, the elimination of border controls between Schengen countries is expected to reduce logistical costs and improve trade efficiency. However, the European Commission has decided to keep land border checks between Romania, Bulgaria, and Hungary in place for at least 6 months. This decision was made to mitigate any potential risks to internal security, particularly after concerns were raised by Austria, which has expressed caution about the perceived vulnerabilities at certain land crossings. For businesses relying on cross-border transport or travel, this means that shipments and employees arriving by land will still need to deal with passport checks. While this may introduce temporary delays and extra administrative tasks, it underscores a cautious approach to maintaining the balance between economic progress and security concerns. On the positive side, Romania and Bulgaria's integration into the Schengen area is set to bring significant long-term economic benefits. By eliminating border delays, Bulgaria is expected to save over $875.8 million annually, while Romania could recover $94.5 million annually. These changes will streamline trade, reduce travel times, and create a more seamless business environment, making both countries more attractive to foreign investors. Additionally, the tourism sector is expected to receive a boost, as easier access for travelers from Schengen countries could increase tourist inflows, benefiting local businesses and generating more revenue. Once the land borders are fully integrated into the Schengen framework, Romania and Bulgaria will be positioned to capitalize on these efficiencies. Their strategic geographical location could further enhance their role as critical gateways for trade and travel within Europe, fostering closer ties with other EU nations. In particular, the development of infrastructure such as highways, railways, and ports could be accelerated, facilitating smoother and faster transportation of goods and people. Now, while land borders may still present a few challenges in the short term, the long-term economic horizon for Romania and Bulgaria looks incredibly promising. Romania's upcoming full membership in the Schengen area is set to provide a major economic boost. Some predictions suggest that Romania's GDP could rise by as much as 2% in 2025, fueled by increased efficiency and competitiveness. President Klaus Iohannis heralded the decision by the EU's Justice and Home Affairs Council to remove internal border controls between Romania, Bulgaria, and other Schengen countries, emphasizing the positive impact on both travelers and businesses. With faster and easier movement, Romania is expected to save $315.1 million annually in logistics costs as a direct result of faster and more efficient cross-border movement. This will significantly reduce the time and costs associated with transporting goods, benefiting industries like manufacturing and agriculture, which rely heavily on supply chains. This shift would also increase Romania's appeal to foreign investors, who stand to benefit from enhanced connectivity and a more streamlined business environment. Finance Minister Marcel Bolos described the development as a game-changing opportunity, predicting millions in savings for businesses as border controls are lifted. Bolos further emphasized Romania's potential to become a strategic hub in European supply chains, positioning the country as a vital player in global trade and logistics. Tourism is another sector set to see immediate benefits. Just like Croatia's experienced post-Schengen ascension, Romania's tourism industry is expected to grow by an estimated 10 to 15% in the first year of membership, contributing to an additional $525.3 million to the national economy. Similarly, agriculture, a key sector for Romania, will also benefit from Schengen membership, as farmers and agribusinesses will be able to access larger markets with greater ease, potentially increasing exports by up to 20%. This growth will not only boost Romania's economic profile, but also improve its position within European supply chains. Along with that, the manufacturing sector of Romania is also expected to see operational costs decrease by up to 4%, increasing its efficiency and enabling Romanian products to reach European markets more competitively. The automotive industry is particularly well positioned to benefit, with Romanian exports to the EU projected to grow by $157.5 million annually. Beyond the economic advantages, Negrescu highlighted the political benefits of Schengen membership, noting how it undermines extremist narratives that claimed Romania's accession would never happen. Moving forward, the road for Romania towards reaping higher benefits from the Schengen zone seems pretty likely. It is expected that the removal of border checks will make Romania more attractive to tourists and investors, especially within its neighbouring countries. With smoother border crossings, Romania is set to see a surge in tourism revenue as travellers flock in with greater ease. This newfound accessibility will also catch the eye of foreign investors, eager to capitalise on the country's growing potential. As a result, Romania can look forward to a ripple effect, creating jobs, improving infrastructure, and setting the stage for long-term economic growth.